You're muted. You're muted. You're.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Thank you so much. Sorry, there's a massive echo in our big empty building, so it sounded great to me. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to everybody on Facebook, and hello to all the folks in the room. Hello to Deborah in Kentucky, and Karen in Arizona, Kathy in Virginia, Hindi in Toronto. Hello, Alicia and Lars in the DC area, Busy in Maryland, Alan, also DC, Jennifer, also DC area, Adele, the same, Dion in Massachusetts, Carolyn in Idaho, Anne in the DMV area, and Mary Swope, hello, good to see you today. There's an old Revels name right there. Susan and Shirley in Gettysburg, Sheila in Florida, Sandy, Lynn in Connecticut, Trish in Victoria, Lisa in Indiana, Jay in the DMV, Nicolab, nice to have you back again for day 2, Bonnie, Idaho, nice to see you, Steve in Baltimore, Isabel in Florida, Dan in Virginia, Jane coming in England, one of her last days there, Peggy, hello, nice to see you, Mary Jean, hello, great to have you, Nancy in Washington, Annette in California, Amy and Harriet in New York, and the Glasgows, nice to see you. And lots of other folks on camera. Oh, I see Fred, and I see James and Joseph and Pat in Henniker, New Hampshire. Good to have you guys here too. Welcome everybody to the Washington Revels, Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song, being filmed today on location in the Washington Revels building on our very last day of being here. And if it does sound echoey or look awfully blank, that's because we're all sitting on the floor and there's nothing here but us and a vacuum cleaner. So thanks so much for joining on this momentous day. We're going to do things a little differently today in order to include some of our different Revels traditions in this room. A couple quick notes. We have a donate link in the chat box, my email in the chat box, and I want to thank Colin Bills and Nico Rasi-deMatties for running tech. I'm also thanking Colin for some extra efforts you'll see today. I want to thank Roberta and Betsy and Ross, so that's Ross Wixon, Betsy Fulford, and Roberta Gasbarre, all people on the Revels staff. They'll tell you who they are when they are up. And I would like to open by introducing Roberta Gasbarre, Artistic Director, Washington Revels.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final circle in our building on Dale Drive. And I think it's somewhat fitting that Ross and Betsy and Colin and Joe are in the building, and I, as artistic director, I'm not. Because as we look back at all the wonderful, wonderful reveling that we've done in that building for 10 years, including creating wonderful costumes and props and inviting so many of the community in to sing, dance, play, learn, experience from our tradition bearers, try things out by doing handwork and volunteer work. We have to remember that truly Revels is not that building. We say goodbye today to the building, but Revels lives deeply within all of us. And now, hello, Daily Antidote of Song. You folks are revelers too. And we have a saying that I have to say to you: once a reveler, everybody together, always a reveler. Yes, always a reveler. So you, by singing, by participating, by joining in this wonderful circle, are now revelers, and you hold the Revels for us, where we don't have a building or a theater. We're out of our theater, we're out of our building. We don't have a physical location. We don't need one. Our physical location, ladies and gentlemen, is in your heart. So I would like to invite us all to join in this final circle. We discovered this in May. We're going to put our hands up so our fingers are up in the corners of our screen, and we're now holding the hands of the person next to us. And I want you to think of them. Take that breath in together. Everybody breathe in. And then let it go. Feel the presence of all of us in this room. We are Revels, active and alive, and we will move it forward into the future and invent new ways for us to be together. So I would like to welcome everybody and continue on with our reveling today and into the future. Please join us for our season of reveling and daily antidotes of song and sings as we create them. And of course, for Solstice Revels on December 20th. I want to see you there, and I'll look. I'm going to look for you, just like we did when we were in the theater together. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you so much, Roberta. That was a perfect circle. And I think some of us are going to end up crying, I'm going to say, because even though we are carrying it in our hearts and Revels will be here, whether the building is here or not, there is still something completely weird and sad about saying goodbye to a place where we have so many good memories. And I, of course, am excited for the wherever it is we turn up next to make a million more good memories. Speaking of good memories, I would like to introduce Ross Wixon, who he's going to tell you his title because he is going to take us through at least a couple little memories. Ross, you're up.
Thanks, Joe. So, hi, everyone. I'm Ross Wixon. I'm the Marketing and Development Director here at Washington Revels. And right now, I'm standing in our studio space, the large room that was in our building, that is in our building, where we had lots of rehearsals, but other events. And as you can see right now, the walls are pretty bare, but I want you to imagine them covered in bright Revels posters, great celebratory banners. These empty closets over here were at one point filled with music stands, sets of handbells and other instruments, and all sorts of props and costumes that the kids in our after-school workshops would use. And then in the corners, which are now empty and almost swept clean, you have to imagine stands and stands, hundreds of chairs on moving racks that our volunteers and chorus members could set up and put away like clockwork when it was time to rehearse. And so to help you imagine a little bit of that, I put together a slideshow that I'll show, which takes us back through many of the events that have been here, and I'll tell you a bit about them as they go. All right, so here we go. And hopefully you're all seeing this. Our community sings, which were co-sponsored by us and by Carpe Diem Arts from 2014 to 2018 in this building. Rehearsals, of course. This is our Christmas Revels chorus, Heritage Voices preparing for a recording session, one of our year-round ensembles. And of course, the after-school workshops with children. This is a sharing. These kids are showing their parents and all of us what they did during the winter term. And then house concerts. We would set this up like a concert hall. There's Jubilee voices and maritime voices performing in this building. And finally, of course, community events, holiday gift sales, things that brought people together, both within the Revels community and from outside. And as this spins around, I'll go ahead and stop this for you and just say that's a quick tour of what this space was like as the hub of a really active performing arts community, the community center. I also want to take a moment as the development director here at Revels to thank all of you who have donated to the Antidote Fund. It's a terrific support for this program. It's been a great support for artists in this time when they have challenges making a living with their art. And so all of you have kept this going. This is as much you as it is Washington Revels and Carpe Diem Arts. And I'll hand it off now. Thank you all so much for coming on that trip with me. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Ross, thank you for a great tour. So those photos went a little fast, but I definitely saw some younger versions of some of the folks who are in this room now. You could see us all looking a little 10 years younger. Not that you'd necessarily recognize it in some of us, but it was rather distinct in Nico, who is now taller than me. And in the photo I just saw, he was a little teeny shrimp. So there's definitely a lot of years and a lot of memories have passed in this building with kids growing up here and adults growing up here too, and friendships being made, and music being made, and community being made. And it's so exciting right now to be sharing it with this global community that we have now. You guys really are revelers. And when we do open up our building or whatever it is we do next, we're gonna hope that you'll come from Tokyo and from England and from Idaho and join us here at some point in the upcoming years. So we are going to sing our daily antidote of song now, and I would like to introduce Betsy Fulford, our music director, who is going to lead us in song. Thank you, Betsy.
Hi, this is Betsy Fulford, and as Joe said, I'm music director at Washington Revels, and I'm actually in Greg Lewis's office, which is completely empty. So I'm just in here all by myself with my computer sitting on a little shelf, and we were trying to think of a song that would kind of be about moving on. And this song came to me, which is called "We Are Going Down the Valley." And the reason that it spoke to me at this moment is because it's kind of a song of moving toward the rising of the sun, which is kind of, if you think about, maybe we're setting of the sun here at the Washington Revels office in Silver Spring, but we're going to rise wherever it is we spring up. I mean, we rise every day here in the Daily Antidote of Song. So I like that. I like that sort of vision of going toward the rising of the sun. So I think we're going to get some words in the chat box. I'm going to teach you the refrain, and the words for the refrain are very simple. They're "We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going toward the rising of the sun. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going down the valley one by one." And so we are sort of one by one in our own little Zoom boxes. So it really kind of makes a lot of sense for this, this moment in time. So here's how the refrain goes. I'll give it to you one line at a time, and we'll repeat it back, and then we'll do it all together in the usual method. So the first line of the refrain is, "We are going down the valley, going down the valley." Can we try that together? "We are going down the valley, going down the valley." And then it continues, "Going toward the rising of the sun." Can we try that line? "Going toward the rising of the sun." So putting that all together, we'll start at the beginning of the refrain. "We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going toward the rising of the sun." And then that just repeats. "We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going down the valley." And here's where it changes. "Going down the valley one by one." Can we try that together? "Going down the valley one by one." So I think we're ready to just launch into it. We'll repeat the refrain several times. And this song, I feel like it has like a marching kind of rhythm. So if you can sort of think about yourself marching down the valley, this is an old Mennonite hymn, and so it should have that kind of oomph to it. So I have nothing here but this giant space and me, and I'll try to give it as much of that as I can. So starting at the beginning, I'll start with the first verse, and then you'll come right in with the refrain after that. "We are going down the valley one by one. Now the icy dark of winter's reign is done. We are going down the valley of the spring, to a kinder world where gentle breezes ring. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going toward the rising of the sun. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going down the valley one by one. We are going down the valley one by one. Dawn is breaking and the day has just begun. We are free from all the terrors of the night. And ahead of us the eastern sky is bright. We are going down the valley, going down the valley. as flowers wakened by the sun. In the brightness of the coming of the day, and the hope that goes beside us all the way. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going toward the rising of the sun. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going down the valley one by one more time. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going toward the rising of the sun. We are going down the valley, going down the valley, going down the valley one by one. Thank you.
Thank you, Betsy. That was beautiful. And I love the sentiment of it. It's perfect. We are, in fact, going down into some new terrain, and we're going to rise like the sun. And you'll see us here in some way or another. Well, you'll keep seeing us here in this way and another in the upcoming months. And who knows, maybe years of ongoing virtual programming now that we know we have this beautiful community all over the place that loves to sing and think and talk and look at a changing universe together with us here at Washington Revels. So I'm not sure if Greg Lewis made it into the room or not, so I'm doing a shout out now to any of my tech people. Can you wave me if Greg is showing up in the room? Okay, so then I will pass on a message from Greg Lewis, who is
He's
okay.
here.
He's where?
Right at the coming in the door.
Greg Lewis?
Yeah.
Would you like to poke your head in, your masked head in right here and say a little hello? You can see Greg with a different accoutrement of medical paraphernalia.
Yeah, I can't bend too far, but hello everyone. I'm sorry I could not be here for the last day, but I'll certainly look at it. And it's been a great 11 years, but you know, Revels is people, it's not a place. And I've been with, as has my wife, since 1983, the very first year, and we've had a bunch of moves, and we've gone through and kept growing all the time. So we hope you'll stay with us, and we'll bid you hello from Glen Echo Park.
Beautiful. Thank you, Greg. Susan, do you want to poke a head in and wave also, since you may be standing right around the corner and going once? Susan? Okay, no Susan, but greetings to everybody also from Susan. So everybody, thank you for being here with us for this little journey through our last day in the Revels office building. And so Colin and I are actually going to give you one more little piece here. Instead of repeating Betsy's song, I am going to very, very, very briefly teach you a very regular Revels favorite that most of the Washington, D.C. Revels folks will know, and the rest of you, I hope you will join in. So it is called Apple Tree Wassail, and it goes something like this. Old, old, I'm gonna find my note. Old, old. Okay, ready? So I'm gonna teach you. Is that good? Old. I'm gonna sing you guys. So actually, Colin, you and I could just sing it together because you're coming in through my sound. Do you wanna do that or do you wanna do it separately? Together. All right. So wait, we're going to teach it first. So we're going to just sing the a chunk, and then you guys can sing it back. Old, old, old apple tree, we'll wassail thee and hope that thou wilt bear. The Lord doth know where we shall go to be merry another year. To blow well and to bear well, and so merry let us be. Let everyone drink up a cup, here's health to the old apple tree. To blow well and to bear well, and so merry let us be. Let everyone drink up their cup. There's health to the old apple tree. So I'm just peeking. Yes, okay, so that's Greg singing over my shoulder, unmasked, but we're going to do this thing because it's just too pretty to give it up, eh? All right, so that's Colin, Greg, and I coming in, and Betsy and Ross. If you guys want to come out in the hallway and join, please feel free, and we'll all just go together as we go. So I was going to sing it to you in parts, and I forgot. I hope you all got it. Let's sing it through once as our final song here in the Revels building. And Greg, you want to give us that starting note again? Everybody ready? Old apple tree, we'll walk steadily and hope that thou wilt bear. The Lord does know where we shall go to be merry another year. To blow well and to bear well and so merry let us be. Let everyone drink up a cup, here's health to the old apple tree. To blow well and to bear well and so merry let us be. Let everyone drink up their cup, here's health to the old apple tree. Woo-hoo! All right, so everybody, that's really it. Look, I'm going to hold on my tears till later. This is a sad moment, but a great moment, and we're really excited to sing with you guys again tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Please do join us. Tomorrow is October 1, beginning of a new month. Lots of love to everyone in this room and to everyone in these rooms, and really looking forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you so much, gang. Goodbye to Ross and Betsy, Greg and Susan, Colin and Roberta. Thanks, guys, for doing this with me today. And I'm going to shout out all of the rest of you in the room. Thank you for being here again. And Deborah, Karen, Kathy, Hindi, thanks so much. Busy, Alan, Jennifer, thank you for being here. Adele and Dion and Carolyn and Ann, Mary, Sheila, Susan and Shirley, thanks so much. Oh, Mary, I forgot to say Mary Swope actually was one of the original directors. Is that right? Do I have that right? No. Mary Swope is an amazingly...
Mary is our founding. She's our Washington, D.C. Revels founder.
Founding director. That was the word I was trying to come up with and wasn't getting. Thank you, Mary Swope, for founding Revels. Woo! Because we wouldn't actually be here doing any of this if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you to Trish and to Lisa and to Jay and Nicola and Bonnie and Dan and Isabel. Another Dan, thank you. Peggy, thank you so much. Mary Jean Meyer, another traditional reveler over there. Thank you, Nancy and Annette and Amy. Thank you so much. Lots of regular chorus members in the room here with us. It's great to see you all. Lots of moms to kids who revel. It's great to see you all too. Fred and Storm, thanks for being here. Mary Eagle and Caroline. I'm seeing folks now that I didn't see earlier. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. And let's see, Jay, Lynn, Mommy, I'm glad you were here. Anna, thank you so much. James and Joseph and Pat in New Hampshire. Yay, we were glad you guys could be here from all the way over there. Thanks again to everybody. If I missed calling your name, I'll eventually find you as everybody's popping around, so just stick around. Lars, thank you so much. I don't know if I said goodbye to you. And Alan and Jennifer, thank you so much. Great having you all here. Thank you so much for joining. We miss you all so much. It's crazy. Kirsten, I see you. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. And Barb, thank you so much for being here. Yay, we miss you guys. Lots of love, everybody. Peggy, Sheila, Mary, Jennifer. Thanks, guys. Lots of love. See you soon. So, bye, Facebook.